What is your biggest dilemma? I mean, I'm talking about a dilemma of a lifetime. Is it financial? Is it finances at all? You know what I mean? Is it job related? Is it relationship related? Say that real fast, right? Ladies, was you real crazy about him? And, it didn't work out for some reason. Brothers, was you real crazy about her? You know what I mean? Where you did some crazy things just to try to show her how much you liked her? One of my biggest dilemmas, I would say it was my biggest, but it's one of, because you never want to put a cap on anything. But one of my biggest dilemmas, y'all want to know one of my biggest dilemmas?
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta stay grounded. Keep your faith, keep your focus. Let's go.
I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn. Faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay, that is the Bay Area, California, also known as Righteous Ron. I'm coming at you again with another video. As a matter of fact, I want to share another dilemma, but I'm going to start by asking you, what is your biggest dilemma? I mean, I'm talking about a dilemma of a lifetime. Is it financial? Is it finances at all? You know what I mean? Is it job related? Is it relationship related? Say that real fast, right? Ladies, was you real crazy about him? And, it didn't work out for some reason. Brothers, was you real crazy about her? You know what I mean? Where you did some crazy things just to try to show her how much you liked her? Was it the loss of a friend? I mean, I'm talking about the loss, like some type of gross negligence, or, such as a betrayal or something like that. You trusted them and they let you down, you know what I mean? Or they backdoored you. You get what I'm saying? Or how about plain old death? No, not debt. Although a lot of friendships do end over money and failure of repayments, but I'm talking about death, like passing away. You know what I mean? Was it the loss of a sibling, or better yet, the loss of a parent, a loved one in general? You get what I'm saying? One of my biggest dilemmas, I would say it was my biggest, but it's one of, because you never want to put a cap on anything. But one of my biggest dilemmas, y'all want to know one of my biggest dilemmas? Is that to be believed. That means to be trusted. I want my word to be my bond. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm just thinking about, as I'm about to delve into a story, I do this other podcast, it's called Flow and Prove. You understand what I'm saying? Reason why, well, let me forewarn you before you go check out my Flow and Prove podcast. It's definitely hip-hop analysis, hip-hop related. Remember, I call myself Righteous Ron, right? I coined the phrase, right? Because first of all, I've never heard anybody call himself that, you know what I mean? And second of all, because it gives me a bar to reach, you know what I mean? I'm striving for it. I'm not there yet, but I'm striving for it, you know what I mean? But I'm human, just like you, just like everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So on Flow and Prove, on that particular podcast, on that hip-hop analysis, one of the artists that I went through is by the name of 50 Phil. He happens to be from my city, Richmond, California. You get what I'm saying? 50 Phil, rapper from 1990. You get what I'm saying? There's a song called Player Haters when he say, there's a line in there when he says, some perpetrate like they Big Eddie. They try to pop it on the, for lack of a better term, they try to pop it on a girl, try to pull a fast one on a girl, try to lie to a girl just to get with her, but she heard it already. So one more time, give it to you so you can put it in context. Some perpetrate like they Big Eddie. They try to pop it on the girl, but she heard it already, all right? But then a little bit later on down the line, another brother named MJG out of Tennessee, you might have heard of him, 8-Ball and MJG, made a song called That Girl. Did a wonderful remake of Stevie Wonder's song, That Girl. And it's a rap version, all right? Y'all forgive me on my lighting and everything else, you know what I'm saying? We're working on it, you know what I'm saying? But the lyric goes, what did he say? He said, like, it's funny how girls flirt and make you chase them for a while, and then when you approach them, they get timid like a child. So at that point, it just makes you think, what is it? You know what I mean? The challenge is, what happens is we'll let them know, and ladies, y'all know how y'all do. Y'all put tests together to see if he's going to either pass or fail. And don't deny it. Y'all know how y'all do it. Y'all know what y'all do. You know what I mean? This is a dilemma for me back in the day. You know what I mean? It's a young girl in my neighborhood, one of the finest ones around there. You know what I mean? Finest she wanted to be. Y'all know. And I really liked her. You see what I'm saying? I liked her enough to impress her, but I was smart enough not to give her my candy. You know what I mean? You might have to check the Bay Area Ebonics dictionary for that. You know what I mean? We're not called the gay area for nothing. But here's what I mean. It was many boys in my hood, you know what I'm saying? Many brothers on the block. You get what I'm saying? I think what it was, because I was real young at the time, it's a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove that I was him or not them. Excuse me, let me rephrase. Y'all know how the saying goes. I wanted to prove that I was him and not them, not the other cats on the block. You see what I'm saying? So what I did was I took some flour and I put it in the sandwich bags. You know what I mean? I think I did like 2 or 3 of them, right? I asked her to hold on to it for me because, you know, it's smart not to keep your candy in your own candy jar, you know what I mean? Take it down the street, you know what I mean? Let her hold on to it. That way, when you need some candy, you know what I mean? You got some people that need that candy or whatnot, you can just go to her, get it, or whatever. It was a practice that was done back in the day, especially by bosses or whatnot, you know what I mean? And remember, I said it was not my candy. That's why I said it's flour, you know what I mean? But she needed to know that I was him and not them. Now, keep in mind, we're in between 50 Phil and MJG. It's not that I wasn't him. It's just that I just wanted to show her without proving it per se and or taking a chance of missing out on my profits, on my money back and everything else. You know what I mean? I needed my Skrilla, my Skrilla, my Fedia. You know what I mean? I needed my scratch back. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what happened at that particular time, you know what I mean? But when I came to get my package, she gave it to me. And it's either one or two things that could have happened. She either A, didn't check it because she was not interested like that. You know what I mean? She wasn't like most girls. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying most girls because most girls at that time, that's what they wanted. They wanted to ball off the block. You understand what I'm saying? Or either B, maybe she liked me. That's why she took the package. But she may have been looking for something real. You get what I'm saying? So remember the him, not them line. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was him. And a little bit later, we actually ended up connecting. It was cool while it lasted. You understand what I'm saying? It's a good story. And this is the thing about it. Remember I said I wanted to be where my word is bond. That's why I don't mind sharing stories like that, because I wasn't always the hero in my stories. If you notice, you go back to any other pods that I've done, Dilemma of a Good Man, all the way up to now to the Dilemma of a Good One. I'm not always the winner. I don't mind sharing my defeats. You understand what I'm saying? But this one right here was a win. It was cool while it lasted, but she got like 3 kids now, you know what I mean? By 2 different baby daddies. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? But more recently, I was dealing with a relative who is, in a word, mad at the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Mad at God. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So when we talk, you know what I mean? He discussed what I don't believe and everything else. And I discuss what I do believe. You get what I mean? So here's the dilemma of that. And here's 2 questions I want to ask. And you pick which one you want to answer based on this criteria. All right? Based on this criteria. First of all, what would you do in this situation when there's something that you know is true, you know is real, you know that you know. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't believe you. You know, what do you do in that situation? You know what I'm saying? Again, my particular dilemma is about God. Understand what I'm saying? Remember, the title of this podcast is The Dilemma of a Good One. Capital G, small letter O, capital D, because I believe the good ones that's out there, the good men, the good women, got God in them. Understand what I'm saying? So make no mistake that I'm definitely a believer, 100% believer. I've been convinced a long time ago. Nobody can tell me nothing different. So again, that's my example, but I'm asking you, what do you do? What would you do if you were in this situation? You know what I mean? Maybe it's about the kind of car that you have, and somebody else don't understand that your Toyota Camry is better than a Honda Accord, maybe even better than Mercedes-Benz or whatnot. What would you do? It might be a cruel analogy, but I'm sure you understand my point. The second question that I want you to ask, either pick the first one I just mentioned, what would you do in a situation, or this is for my veterans, the one who have been there, who have done that. What would you have done had you been in a situation where you could present the reason why you believe God is real, you know, deep down in your heart, without the shadow of a doubt, for a fact that God is real, but the person you're talking to just does not believe. What would you say to them? See, me personally, one of the best lessons I've learned is that I can't prove anything to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I'm sharing these stories. There's nothing I really can prove to nobody. You know what I mean? People are going to believe what they want to believe. I can't control how you feel about me, nor can I control what anybody says about me, but I can make sure that it's not true when it's lies, slander, stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? There's a scripture that says, and I'm going to paraphrase, it says, let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. In other words, let your word be your word. And that's what I've learned. That time will promote time will promote or expose any and everybody. So that's why I share this info. You know what I mean? I share this info out of love. You understand what I'm saying? I share my stories. I share the experiences I've had. I share my views on different topics out of love. Love for who? Well, first of all, it's love for my family. You get what I mean? Now, since I'm in the Bible, I might as well stay there. I think about the story of Joseph. And the thing about it is that many of us go through ups and downs with family members. You get what I'm saying? But remember this about Joseph. Joseph went through a whole lot. Joseph was sold into slavery and sent away to a far off place to go be a slave and everything else. You know what I mean? But he ended up, God took him and took him from a very low position and put him to the top. Matter of fact, he was the man next to the man, meaning he was the guy, he was like the vice president. He became the vice president of the land. And the same family members that betrayed him, the same ones that backdoored him and everything else, when he saw them, they were afraid, they were ashamed and everything else. But he told them, he said, look, y'all meant it for bad, but what you meant for bad, God turned it to good. Glory to God, right? So that's that. You know what I mean? But what about our friends, though? I could tell you about one time I was aired out on Facebook. And I distinctly remember, I'm talking about aired out like slandered. And it was comments on top of comments where some people knew who I was, some people didn't, but a lot of people just like a good soap opera. Y'all know how people are. It's just the way that they are, right? So they just came on there and commented, but it was this one cat, solid cat too, bro, I've been knowing since 7th grade. Came on the post and he said, I'm trying to think how he said, I've been knowing him since junior high. And he spoke up and he said, I know the brother, and I'm sure that it was a misunderstanding. That one comment was all I wanted, is all I needed, actually. You get what I'm saying? Of course, I wouldn't want people to say something like that or good about me, but, again, I can't control what they say. I do know what they were thinking was not true. You get what I'm saying? So let's move on to the last point. How about people just in general? I'm talking about people I don't even know. Again, it's the use of my views, it's the use of my stories and my experiences that I want to reach out to good men and to good women and try to encourage them. First of all, show where we differ at. You understand what I'm saying? Because the reason why I told the story about the young lady is because oftentimes, ladies, there's a good man that'll approach you, and because he's not in a package that you depicted him to be in at that point in time, does not mean that he's not the package that you wanted. And the same thing for the men. But I'm talking to the ladies now because remember, reason why I changed the name from the dilemma of a good man to the dilemma of good ones is because men and women, good men, good women, all have our dilemmas. You understand what I'm saying? But to keep the main thing, I watched a show called Pop the Balloon and Find Love. Matter of fact, you can check that out as well. It's another reaction that I do on YouTube, and it's called Father Lessons for Fatherless Sons. You understand what I'm saying? Reason why is because I had a lot of female friends who have sons and daughters, and their fathers are not around. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't be everybody's stepdaddy. I'm just not able to do it. But I can still share father lessons for those sons and daughters because women play major roles in men's lives and vice versa. I hope that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing about it is that I use my views, I use my stories and my experiences because I want them to understand that it's good to be good. You understand what I'm saying? Good is definitely the way to go. And if you're good and you got God with you in everything that you do, everything's going to be all right. As a matter of fact, it's going to be good. You understand what I'm saying? So look, I'm coming to a closing now. I just want to ask you that if you like the content, to like this video. You understand what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, comment on it if you believe in or you believe what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Say a comment. Perhaps you might share a story or something like that too. You know what I mean? As far as some of the biggest dilemmas that you face in your life. You understand what I'm saying? But last but not least, subscribe if you want to hear more. You know what I mean? The goal is to get to 100 subscribers by the end of February. You know what I mean? It's my prayer that I'm able to bring good content. I said I'm set out to do it on every Sunday as far as this podcast goes, the dilemma of a good one. And I love to just be able to share everything I can to help good men and good women to get where they want to be and or maintain that status. You understand what I'm saying? So look, I'm getting ready to sign off. Remember, it's always good to be good, and as always, God bless.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta stay grounded. Keep your faith. Keep your focus. Let's go.
I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn. Faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. Every choice that I make is a test of my soul, trying to keep my peace while the world take control. Money don't heal and fame don't last, but your love steady rocking me, is holding me fast. I hear the whispers, devil in my ear, but I know you got me, so I'm standing right here. No weapon formed can prosper on me. I'm armored in the truth, got the spirit on me. I'm torn between the streets and your holy light, but your word keeps me steady in the darkest night. They tryna pull me down, but I'm looking above, 'cause ain't nothing in this world stronger than your love. I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn, faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. It's hard out here, but I'm built for the fight. Every prayer like a flame, keeping me alight. I used to chase dreams, now I'm chasing your plan. Put my trust in your hands, I'm a brand new man. The streets keep calling, but I'm deaf to the noise. Got a choir in my heart singing heavenly joys. I'm standing tall, faith never shaken. The world threw its best, but I'm never forsaken. Hands in the sky, this is my confession. I'm taking every L and turning it to a lesson. Blessings on blessings, I'm seeing it now. God turned my pain into a heavenly sound. I'm walking with purpose, no fear in my stride. The spirit within me is my ultimate guide. When the pressure gets heavy and the world too loud, I remember who I am, your child, and I'm proud. I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn, faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. Yeah, through every trial, through every test, you never let me fall, Lord. Dilemma of a good one, but I'm yours.